I think it's been really, really great, been really, really fulfilling. The attention that's been paid to them all the way around, and I love and I support my wife in this. It shows in all areas. A 16-2 record in volleyball. I'm pretty sure team GPA was close to around a 3.5. Mm-hmm. In basketball, like I said, chomping at the bit. First year coach brings home a championship. Yeah. The Far East Championship, the first one in school history. The Pac East Championship, regular season record of.
I don't know what the regular season record was. I think because it depends on how they do it, but I think it was like 16 and
1.
No, 2. I think it was 16-2.
Well,
no, it couldn't have been 16-2. That's the volleyball record. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 17-1, and if you include like tournament play, ended up being like 30-something and 4 or 30-something.
Yeah, when you add all the
30
games
or 30-something and 5. But I mean, an amazing record-breaking season. She came into it with just 3-4 returners. Maybe about 4 to 5 first time ever basketball players. Never
played.
touched a basketball a day in their life. So that came with its own separate challenges of building up a team, teaching fundamentals. People that had never watched basketball before, so they didn't understand lingo.
But the difference is they are solid, like coachable.
An amazing group of young ladies.
Yeah, like I was just really and truly blessed to have that group of young ladies to work with. Especially, first year coaching here, basketball here, and just, I don't know, it was an amazing process to watch from beginning to end. And I think that's kind of like what suckers me back into it, is because you get to see where they start and you go through that process, and it can be rough. You're trying to get people on board, trying to get people to show up. And then by the end, it's like, wow, this is what you really came together to do. And I tell people all the time, it's not how you start or where you start, it's how you finish and where you finish. Because just because you finish or you start behind, I can't talk. Just because you start behind doesn't mean that's where you'll end up or where you'll stay, unless you don't do anything to progress and work towards it. And so I kind of implemented a lot of things that helped me, a lot of things that I was taught, and just really showing them how to believe in themselves and how to have that confidence to go out there and do what it is that they've been practicing and working hard for and learning. So the biggest thing about it is confidence, man, really, when you have that, mixed group like that, because it's easy to get wrapped up in, oh, well, I'm not as good as she is, or I haven't been playing as long. And my whole motto was the whole time was like, I don't care. None of that matters. If you listen, you put in the work, you will be better. You will come out on top. And I think they definitely put in that work because they came out on top. And it's still surreal. Like sometimes I'm like, dang, they really did it. And that was months ago. And
the amount of empowerment that they took away from it, knowing that they can shape their own path in the face of adversity, close and far away, they were able to apply so much of what we gave them. And it was just the most beautiful thing ever, because at the end of the day, sports parallels life. And the idea is to make them equipped for life. There's so many lessons that you can learn from your parents, and parents do such a great job, but at a certain point, some things are given to them in a different way. Some people need baby peas that are smashed up in a little jar. Some people can eat regular peas. it's still peas. It's the exact same thing, but just in two different forms, and they take it, but it's given to them in a way that they can work with it. And what they did with it and what I believe that they're going to do with it is going to be amazing. I don't see any of these girls on this team ever doubting their ability if they come into something, whether they're all new to a job that's not in their field of expertise, whether it be setbacks or life challenges. I don't see them struggling because they've had an experience where they've had to do it, and they've had the coaching and the people around them to help them with that mental tenacity and strength and endurance to be able to conquer and achieve whatever it is they set their mind to. One of the things that impressed me the most about the season, before every game, the girls would set their own goals, and it will be stats. Hey, we're not going to allow this many points. We're going to shut the team down. They're not going to score over this many. We're going to score this much. We're going to not have this many turnovers. And you know what? They went out and fought every game to do it. And I think that was a major part of their success. So being goal-driven, oriented young women, I think is going to help them. And the team is young.
Yeah, super young.
Very young. We only had one actual senior on the court.
One actual senior.
No. 3.
It was sorry. 3, but the 3. So we basically had 3 seniors that never played basketball before, and 2 of them ended up being key players, really, because the whole idea is you can't really have a team with 6 people, and that's what we started out with. We started out with 6 people because it's hard to practice. So in the beginning, we did a lot of the plays and drills and stuff like that to, show them how it's done, and to make it where they weren't really killing themselves, because you do a UCLA drill with 6 people, everybody's gonna die because there's no real break or rest time in between, and stuff like that. So we would have other people come out and kind of help us out and play as well. So yeah, three of the girls were seniors, and I just emphasize and stress to them, bring to the table what you have, whatever that may be. Bring that. And one girl was definitely a defensive player to the core, like just by nature. Lockdown defense. And I taught her the basics of what to do, and just by nature of who she is, like sweet as pie, not very aggressive outwardly, but obviously there's something on the inside, that allowed her to be a beast defensively. And it wasn't just about having bodies on the team, but quality and building them to be their best. So it was pretty amazing, and really showing them how to set standards and not settle and not be content. Like, it's just so much that went into it. And we did a lot of things outside of the court as well. Basketball games, dinners, yeah, just like all kind of stuff.
A lot of team building.
And just a really, really good group of girls, just so goofy, and I'm the type person, I'll laugh with you, I'll play with you, goofy, cut up, but when I'm serious, I'm serious, and when I mean business, I mean business. And, it was just a really good balance. And, yeah, just, I don't know, I don't even know what else to say about them. Like, it was definitely worthwhile. It was worth everything that we endured and everything we went through during the season, and just really getting to know them. Like, that was awesome too. Like, getting to know each individual person, and how to deal with them, what you can say to them, what not to say to them, how to handle them. And each person, is their own person. So just trying to make sure you take care of them, because this is how I am. If I'm for you, I'm for you, and I want the best for you. I want to see you do your best, achieve your best, etc. And so I really poured a lot into them. And even when it was all said and done, we had this nice banquet at the end. You know, I just felt like, man, like I could give them more. Like, what else can I do? I still felt like, you know, I could have done more, done better.
And even though, like we said earlier, we don't have kids of our own yet, my inner dad was unlocked. I realized this after I drove 12 hours one way across Japan to be at the game. I kind of became the team dad.
Yeah, basically. I mean, from wrapping ankles and wrists and all kind of stuff to ice to just being a defensive body on the court for me. I mean, definitely supportive. And it kicks in I guess some innate abilities that you really have, because you have to make spur of the moment decisions, especially if someone gets hurt or sick or something like that. You go into instant like parent mode automatically. It's definitely crazy. But it was a fun ride. So I put a lot into coaching. It's a lot that goes into it off the court, after hours. I didn't think we would spend this long talking about it, but yeah, I don't broadcast it because like I've said the whole season, it's not my record. You know, it's not my championship because I didn't actually go on the court and push the ball up and down the court, stop the ball, you know, do all these things. It's the girls that they were able to transfer what I was saying to game mode. And I think that's what makes me confident about their future. Because, I mean, like I said the whole time, even though we practice it, I teach them, I coach them, that does not mean they will get on the court and do what it is we went over. And I think it's the same in life. Like, and I made the parallel the entire season. I know they're probably tired of me saying it, but it's life. You can teach your child everything. You can give your child everything under the sun, everything in the book. When they turn 18 and they're in this world on their own, that does not mean they will apply one single thing that you ever taught them. You know, like, there's no guarantees in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really risky if you think about it, but there's no guarantee that they will listen and that they will carry on what you showed them, what you taught them. So the rubber really meets the road. I feel like that's a real Southern saying, but when the rubber really meets the road, what are they going to do? They're going to go back to that foundation. So when it came down to game time, I was nervous before every single game. Like, I don't care if we just won a game by 30 points. Like, I was nervous before every game because it was just no guarantees in it to me that they would go out there and do what it is, you know, we went over. And I know I had to gain like 10 pounds because when I'm nervous, I want something sweet. So I would eat, like, before the game, I would eat like a cheesecake, not a whole cheesecake, but like a slice or two.
Clarify.
A slice or two of cheesecake, because I would be that nervous, and it just, I don't know what sweets does for me, but it helps calm my nerves. So I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, how is this game going to go? And I have to be strong and be tough and be confident for them, because whatever vibe you give off, whatever you bring, however you react and respond, they feed off of that and they pick up on it. So even though I was nervous, I had to be like, you know, all right, ladies, let's go out here and get it, etc., etc. And they set their goals. They, you know, started getting into that habit. And like sometimes I would forget, and they'd be like, oh, coach, no, we didn't set the goals. So I would, you know, have to be like, all right, what are we going to do? How many assists? How many rebounds? Stuff like that. So it's awesome. And this is why I love this stuff, man, because it's my way of giving back. Everyone has their own thing, you know. Some people do other stuff, but for me, it's teaching and coaching and really being able to instill in them the values and lessons and skills that I learned and things that I know for 100% certain help me right now until this day. Because it's easy to get caught up in life. It's easy to get down. But having a mental tough game, like being mentally tough, it takes a different level. It takes a different level to boost yourself up. And I hyped the girls up. Like, I was the number one hype woman. Like, just really, no matter what the mistake is, no matter what we did or did